the sport needs Kyle Busch. Period.
He's won every year, right? I think.
Yes.
So it's like 19 in a row, and that's the streak's obviously in jeopardy now.
NASCAR fans. Today, we've got a juicy discussion that's bound to get you revved up. We are diving deep into the wild roller coaster ride of one of NASCAR's biggest stars. That is Kyle Busch's 2024 season. Yep, you heard that right. Rowdy's having a rough go in 2024, and we're here to break it all down for you. From the highs of past glory to the lows of his current slump, we've got it all covered. Busch has not had the best season with RCR. In 22 races, he has finished inside the top 10 on just 6 occasions, and top 5 twice. 5 DNFs are on the resume as well. But before we hit the gas, can Kyle Busch still claw his way into the playoffs? And what do you think is causing his epic meltdown this season? Do you think, as per rumor mill, he's up for a team change for 2025? This ride's about to get bumpy, so buckle up and let's get this show on the road. Kyle Busch, a 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, record-setting winner, is one of the baddest drivers to ever hit the track. But even the greats hit rough patches, and 2024 is testing Rowdy like never before. He is the winningest driver in history, and a guy who knows how to get it done. But this year, he's hitting more walls than ever, literally and figuratively. One of the greatest talents to ever climb behind the wheel of a race car, and you don't get a reputation like that without some serious skill and a me-against-the-world attitude. It is hard to believe, but Kyle Busch is sitting 18th in the standings right now. That's his lowest placement since 2005. With just a few races left before the playoffs, Rowdy is 45 points out of the last playoff spot. Yeah, you heard that right. 45 points. Busch has had a tough season this year, especially May and June. Starting with a 27th place finish at Darlington, he's had 0 top 10 and 4 finishes outside the top 25 in his last 6 races. It's like he's stuck in a nightmare he can't wake up from. Even when he shows some speed, like at Gateway, something always goes wrong. Mechanical failures, wrecks, you name it. Statistically, this is the worst year of Kyle's career. He's got an index point of 95, which means he's actually been below average for the first time ever. And let's not forget that brutal comment he made to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. after their all-star race fight, "I suck just as bad as you." Meanwhile, at Pocono, where he's a 4-time winner and everyone had high hopes, it turned out to be a disaster with a DNF for Busch this year. And despite Busch having a solid track record on road courses, the Chicago Street Course, where Kyle finished 5th last year, he finished 9th. The Brickyard, where he has won twice, he finished a disappointing 25th. But here's the kicker. Even in this slump, Kyle's still better than some of the other full-time Cup drivers. Be in the fast lane by subscribing to our channel. Stay updated on all the latest NASCAR news and driver stories. The guy's standards are just that high, but we all know, in NASCAR, being just better than the rest ain't enough. You gotta be the best. Let's talk about these past 6 races. They've been brutal. The only time Kyle had a worse 6-race span was when he was a 19-year-old rookie in 2004. And then there was that slump in 2014, when he dropped from number 6 to number 17 just before the playoffs. He still made it though, and of course 2022 was rough too, coinciding with his departure from Joe Gibbs Racing. But here's the thing about Kyle Busch. He's got a knack for bouncing back. After his rough start in 2005, he ended up being named the Cup Series Rookie of the Year. In 2014, he started the playoffs with 5 straight top 10, and in 2022, he closed out strong with 4 top 10 in his final 5 races with Gibbs. So, will history repeat itself this year? We've got some prime tracks coming up where Kyle has excelled. Richmond, a place he practically owns with 6 wins and an average finish of 7.4. In Michigan, though he has only 1 win, but has a few top 5 wins, so this race can be a game changer for him. Followed by the last 2 races at Daytona, again with multiple wins in the past, and Darlington before the playoffs. The NASCAR world knows better than to count Kyle Busch out. Sure, he's mired in one of the toughest stretches of his career, but if anyone can make fans forget about a slump in a hurry, it's Kyle. With the Paris Olympics giving drivers a 2-week break, this is the perfect time for Kyle to regroup and recharge. He's sitting at P18 with 440 regular season points. He's had 6 top 10 and 4 top 5 finishes in 22 starts. But that winless streak? Yeah, that's gotta end. Meanwhile, recently news broke regarding Corey LaJoie and his future with Spire Motorsports, that he will not return for the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series season, ending a relationship dating back to 2021. This has led to speculation as to who would take over the number 7 seat, with some suggesting Kyle Busch given his tough season at RCR. However, Fox's Bob Pockrass has shut down that idea on social media. Now Kyle Busch has been around for a while and has seen the sport change. While the RCR driver has enjoyed a celebrated career so far, with 2 NASCAR Cup titles and 63 race wins to his name, the 2024 season with RCR has not been very successful for the former champion. And there has been speculation about changes coming to RCR as they power through an underwhelming season. In an interview with Front Stretch, Kyle Busch was asked whether he had heard any chatter regarding changes for the upcoming season. Busch shed light on what he knows about the possible changes to Richard Childress Racing Team.
A little bit. I've certainly heard of some names and some rumblings. I don't know if any signatures have been put on paper or whatnot to get some of those people in. I know we lost one, meaning we did not get him, so that's that.
On being asked whether he would like to be a part of these conversations or just focus on driving, Busch said,
"Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of nice to know, I guess, and they have been bringing me into the fold of some of the names and whatnot that they're looking at, but honestly, besides the people that I've worked with before, I don't know anything about the people that I've never worked with before, you know, so that's kind of hard to judge their character, their work ethic, their genius level, and all that."
Racing in NASCAR certainly comes with its pressures. With over 40 drivers competing for the Cup Series title, every race weekend is a battle. This year, even top drivers have struggled to deliver strong results. Bad strategy calls, misjudgments on the track, it's all part of the game, and Kyle Busch is no exception. From mechanical failures to on-track incidents, it's been a season from hell for Kyle. But if there's one thing we know about Rowdy, it's that he thrives under pressure. The guy's a fighter, through and through. With 4 regular season races left, Kyle's got his work cut out for him. He's 112 points behind the last playoff spot, currently held by Ross Chastain. But if anyone can pull off a miracle comeback, it's Kyle Busch. So what do you think, race fans? Can Kyle Busch turn this season around and make the playoffs? Or is 2024 destined to be the worst year of his career? And what's been the most shocking moment of his season so far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this discussion rolling. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe for more interesting stories and updates from everything NASCAR. Do share this video with your friends. Until next time, keep the conversation going on, lucky dog on track.